Namaste and welcome. Today I'll be talking about a topic which is very fundamental to spirituality and to a seeker. It is very basic, it is very generic, and it is where we sort of are not very clear. When I say we, I mean the spiritual discourse. The spiritual discourse, when somebody is searching for sort of quote-unquote reality or truth, basically the discourse, the spiritual discourse world over, whether it's in India or world over, any part of the world, is distorted, is corrupted, is polluted. And why I say it is polluted, because there is a lot of noise, and some people rightly or wrongly also call it a market. So what does this noise lead to? Where is paths? Where is gurus? Where is masters? Where is traditions? Where is non-traditions, if you want to call it that way? Effort, no effort, conditioning, no conditioning, devotion, karma, knowledge, yoga. So, and there is no end to it. There is no end to the amount of confusion that exists. One master better than the other, or one is supreme, one is avatara, as is very common in India. So it's sort of a big confusion and sort of a market, spirituality as such. It is like saying my reality is better than your reality. It's like saying my breath is better than your breath, or my blood is better than your blood. The first thing that happens normally or generally is that the seeker or the person is disappointed by the so-called outside material world, physical world, and this disappointment leads to a sense of deeper questions as to why it happened to me, why it doesn't happen to others, and this and that. And then from that one, that leads to that being sort of picking one or another way, whichever comes to him or her. So at the start of your spiritual journey, if I can call that, you're actually told exactly where you are and where you have to be and how you can get there. So at the start, where you are, you've been told. This is the discourse I'm talking. Where you are and where you have to be, and what is the way to it, and what are the sort of landmarks. And generally, where you have to be is something like it's sort of a world like heaven, or a world which is special. So you exactly know. And then when you spend more time in your search and you are serious about it, you spend a couple of years, and probably 6 years, 10 years, then you sort of know that you're not going exactly to that point where you started to be, the destination which was given to you by the spiritual discourse or the religious discourse, but you are going somewhere, sort of a range. You start thinking about a range. You sort of, those fixed motions of where I want to be convert into a range of notions, of range of feelings and ideas or perspective. And so you say, oh, love, light, that sort of thing. So from a fixed destination, a seeker changes his perspective to a destination which is within a range. Nothing very fixed, within a range. Now the same seeker, when he is more serious, he's very much serious about his own self-discovery, then the perspective he or she has of the whole spiritual discourse is that I am going to reach somewhere which may be far or which may be near. So if you have great experiences like great visions and dreams and kundalini raising and energy flows and expansion, then you think that you are near to that somewhere. But when you are down, emotionally down, psychologically down, physically down, materially down, whatever may be the reason, then you think probably you are going somewhere but still very far. So that's the 3 stages we all know. And then there's the 4th stage. The 4th stage is the one who has found himself. Now, this stage is very basic to us. This is not a special state. This is not something you earn, but it is very basic to it. It is what we are. So sort of in the 4th stage, the seeker suddenly finds that whatever he has been looking or searching all the while, maybe not just one lifetime, many lifetimes, is actually with him or her. Always. In fact, he has never left his house, or he has never left. He has always been the same. He has always been that thing. So suddenly, the destination which was always moving front and back and here and right and left and up and down, sort of enters, or you enter it, and you suddenly realize that there is no destination. That whatever I have been looking for has always been with me. Now once you reach this stage, the 4th stage, which we call moksha or nirvana or mukti, from this state the perspective is very different. A perspective that we haven't left our home state, we haven't left our I can try to be someone else, but how can I not be what I am? So once you realize this, that whatever you've been seeking has always been with you, and that you are walking with it, and that you are sleeping with it, and that you're you're woken up into it, or you just open your eyes and it's there, and you close your eyes, it's there. You're angry, it's there, and you're happy, it's there. So it's something very constant. It's something. It is you. I mean, you've been trying to be someone else all the while, but this is something you. And in this you, there is nothing. But this nothing is profoundly beautiful. So that is the perspective from the 4th stage, sort of 4th stage. And if you compare it with the perspective from the start of the journey, you will see the stark difference. That one in the start, This destination is far, and people also, that's the issue is this. This is the issue. The issue is not the perspective. Issue is the discourse. The people, the beings who sort of command spirituality in today's time and past have been sort of manipulating, because in the real sense, unless you reach the fourth stage, you don't have a right to share anything. Because what are you going to share? Your own search, which varies from person to person. Somebody says destination is male, somebody says it's a female, somebody says Shakta, somebody is Vedantic, somebody says the one, somebody says it's more and more pranayama and stillness. So what are you sharing? You are sharing confusion. So perspective is built by the discourse, and discourse needs to be well informed. So if someone says that, for example, a master says that you don't have to do anything, you have to be just what you are, or just be relaxed. Now this statement, which is made from a fourth stage, for someone at the 1 and second level, it is confusing, because they're at the stage or perspective where you have to do things. You have to do yoga, you have to do meditation, you have to do puja, you have to fast, you have to purify, you have to chant mantras, you have to do karma yoga, you have to do lots of things, because that destination for the ones who have not reached is far, and for the ones who have reached is the nearest of the near. So there's a stark difference in conclusions at each stage, and this leads to lots of noise in this discourse and confusion. Now this confusion can be minimized if the institutions or organizations or the leaders of the spiritual discourse of the present time, past and future, if they can say that if I don't know, let me shut up, and if I don't know, let me be quiet. It's better to say to someone who is starting, listen, I don't know. Try to find out someone who knows. It might be difficult. It might be difficult because you are supposed to know, but actually you don't. So this discourse can be sort of put in the right perspective, the spiritual discourse, if the institutions of the spiritual world, the gurus, the masters, the organizations, they become more transparent and honest. Listen, we do all this mantra, we do the pranayama, we do this, we do meditation, we do that, but we haven't reached the ultimate, and we don't know exactly where we have to go finally. We think it's like this from this point of view, but what is the final perspective, what is the final destination, how it looks like, what is it like, we don't know. We have some scriptures and we have some past masters of the past, and if you can find someone who is in the fourth stage right now, then go for it. I think that's very important. And when you seize, or when you feel a seeker, when you feel that someone has reached, you will feel it, you will know it. You will know it from inside. Instantaneously you will know that being has reached. And then you don't look at what he or she, which religion, which caste, which which tradition, which lineage he belongs to, or what is he saying. You just go and sit there with him or her. Because how do you understand that you are your own destination? How do you understand something very simple and yet very, very complicated for the mind, for the ego, and for the role that we all are playing?